So yeah, welcome to the first ever episode of Head Canon, our new venture.
Well, introduce yourself proper. What's your name?
My name is Big D.
DJ.
No, DJ. But you can call me D. Big D. No, call me DJ.
And I'm Ronaldo, and we're doing this because we like to chat about everything we watch, everything in pop culture. We pretty much watch anyways. Anything in the deep pop culture realm.
Star Wars, Marvel, DC. You're a big Superman guy.
Yeah, you're Dragon Ball Z, and
you're
huge in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So.
Yeah, that, The Fifth Element, Lilu Dallas Multipass. But today we're talking about John Boyega and all the amazing things he's done.
Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. Like, this franchise is so white that it's like a black person existing in that was something. And you can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro.
Yeah.
He was Finn in Star Wars. He was in Pacific Rim Uprising, and he might have been in some other movies, but those are the only two that I really remember him in. And like Disney did him dirty. Like Finn was a really great character at the beginning of Force Awakens with the idea of a stormtrooper becoming a Jedi, but they kind of fumbled the ball there.
I was excited to see him as a Jedi because, I mean, me and you have talked about it before, where it's Dark Forces. The video game was huge when we were younger. Mm-hmm. We didn't have anything else. We had the original trilogy, and that was it. And all we had was the video game. So Dark Forces came out and introduced the stormtrooper turned rebel, Kyle Katarn, who uses a blaster throughout the beginning of the game, and then he finds a lightsaber and you use a lightsaber. And then an extension of that game is Mysteries of the Sith, and he teaches Mara Jade. He's friends with Luke Skywalker. So we have this stormtrooper turned Jedi, and when Finn was holding that lightsaber in the poster, I thought, we're having a Kyle Katarn. We're gonna have him. I don't know if they're allowed to use his name, but dude, they use the same outfit. Like Dark Forces had Kyle Katarn clean shaven in a brown leather jacket and a black shirt. Mm-hmm. What's Finn wear?
A brown leather jacket, yeah. So the same,
and a black t-shirt.
Yeah, the same.
And then he uses a blaster until he gets the lightsaber and then swings that around. He fights Kylo Ren with a lightsaber, but then he gets chopped in half.
Yeah. Or
chopped in the middle, down the middle, and then Rey picks up where he left off. So I could kind of see why he's mad, but dude.
Because like in the game Jedi Survivor, it was cool to have the blaster lightsaber combo that you could use, and that's kind of what I was hoping that Finn might be. Is like he'll have the blaster and a lightsaber, and kind of be a little bit of both worlds. You know, a smuggler. It's like if Han Solo became a Jedi, but you know that I never really wanted that. But Finn, a stormtrooper becoming Jedi, was really cool. Yeah, and they just after Force Awakens, after he fights Kylo, he gets sidelined and he's like walking around in like a bubble bag, and like it's for comic
Bubble Boy. It's like Jake Gyllenhaal's in this.
You want $500? Yes, I want $500. Well, let's go to Canto Bight. We'll get you $500. We're gonna go bet on some horse races, but we gotta save these horses. And like Last Jedi really did nothing. He should be more mad at Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, the people at Star Wars that marketed him as a main character and then failed to fulfill that promise, or really complete his character arc. Because by the end of Rise of Skywalker, he like helps that girl like take down a ship or something. God, like he's like a nothing character really by the end of the trilogy, and it's just so sad. He's like, I have a secret to tell Rey, but we never got to hear that. Maybe we'll hear it in the Rey movie.
And I saw so many people going like, oh, he was gonna tell Rey he loved her, and I'm like, no, he was gonna say like, I have a secret, like I could use a Force too, like let's do. Dude, how badass would have been a team up just at the end, just like both of them fighting. But no, it had to be the team up. Had to be Kylo had to be redeemed.
Yeah,
like if they wanted to make him a true like Skywalker, make him go full. Don't redeem him. Like make one character just unredeemable. Make him and the Emperor fighting. And why did one more have to come up? Why did Finn have to rise? Yeah. Because there's two. There's a balance. Well, then make a balance. The Emperor and Kylo Ren. Kylo said, I'll finish what my grandfather couldn't start. Like, don't make him get redeemable. Make Finn rise up. But no.
Make the same mistake as my grandfather.
I guess he's kind of right. It was a tease. Like, he's teasing. And me and you, you guys can't see us, but we can't speak for the African American community like he is. So we can't really go on that far. Like, like we're mixed, but we're not mixed with that.
Yeah.
But it's like, so he's coming from a place I understand, like that. I can't, like.
But he's like, you can't say Lando Calrissian. You can't say Samuel L. Jackson. He couldn't even call him Mace Windu. But it's like, he's like, you can't use those in an argument. But it's like, why not? They are really great characters and important to Star Wars. It'd be one thing if you're trying to, say these black characters were amazing and important when they really aren't. Like, you're lying. But like, Lando really is. Like, he destroys the second Death Star with Nine Numb. Like, Samuel L. Jackson, Mace Windu is probably one of the most powerful Jedis that George Lucas created, because he defeats Palpatine. Like Sidious almost at like at the height of his power. If it wasn't for Anakin, everything would have been fine.
Yeah, and then to create such a powerful character in Rey, and then just to have her kind of be the boss about it, it's like, I think they would have been JJ should have been smart into saying, like, maybe we have them team together on. Well, I guess it's Rian Johnson. You're right. On his little, was it Batu or what's the island? The Irish island that they filmed on where Luke was.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Anyways, that island that Luke ended up on,
drinking the milk and
so it would have been cool if there was two characters there training, and then maybe he was given Leia's lightsaber. Like, she has Luke's. She had like there's two lightsabers they could fight and stuff, and then when it gets ripped in half in the end, then she creates her own, and that's the beginning of a new Jedi Order. Like, her building her own lightsaber, and then maybe Finn burying Leia's lightsaber with her, and then him building his own.
Them two versus Kylo and the Knights of Ren.
I'm not blowing myself or anything, but that's a better story than what we had.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so many things they could have done right, and like, I can't blame him for being mad, but don't turn against the Star Wars fans, dude.
The fans had his back. Everybody I know said Finn was one of the most interesting parts of the sequel trilogy. And
even like the joke with like him and Poe like being together, like, I was like, fuck it. I mean, that'd be funny. Like, but
I even think Poe should have died, and then him wearing like Poe's jacket would be like
a
nice remembrance.
Or he gets his X-Wing.
Friend.
And then we have Finn taking up where Poe left off. He's like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna help with I'm leading the Rogue Squadron now. So now they have a Force user in the fucking X-Wing leading Rogue Squadron.
Nah.
No.
Last Jedi destroyed that. Rian Johnson even went out of his way to make sure to destroy Poe Dameron's X-Wing too. But yeah, like, I agree with you.
He had it in the last one.
Did they rebuild it? Because that got destroyed in Last Jedi.
When?
In the hangar bay, when he's like going to get in it. When they get attacked by Kylo Ren and he can't shoot his mom, but then the other TIE fighters do it. When Leia floats in space.
He's flying an X-Wing in Last Jedi, I thought.
Well, at the beginning, but then they destroy it.
That's stupid.
Because at the beginning, remember, he's like doing the your mom jokes with. God, for a movie I've only seen like twice.
And then
it's like burned.
I remember, and then then he's leading a team, and then he's going against, what's her name, Hato or whatever her name is, and oh god.
But like Rise of Skywalker, like some of my favorite scenes in that movie are when the gang's together, like when Poe, Finn, and Rey are like on a little adventure together. It's like, yeah, it might be a little contrived, but that's kind of what I wanted in like the middle movie and more of the trilogy is them on an adventure together. Like you were saying, Finn and Rey sharing this thing, them being maybe the balance of the Force together.
Yeah, a dyad in the Force, making it them, not fucking Kylo and her, like. Yeah. Maybe Kylo and her in the first place, him trying to pull her, but then like make his battle with Luke, instead of like fucking bringing up the light side in him, I make it go darker. Mm-hmm. Like he's like, nah, I couldn't kill him. Now he's one with the Force. It's like I couldn't not complete what I like. Screw killing my dad. Like if I would have killed Luke, one of the strongest Jedis ever, that would have been the end of my mission. Like, and then just have him like go darker, like. Farther into the dark side. He can't be redeemed, and Leia telling them like, you can't save my son, but you can save the rest of the galaxy. Like,
and like, yeah, and like they could have had a scene where like maybe Luke witnesses Kylo doing something evil or not very Jedi like the first time that he's kind of failing him as a train, or like maybe the way is wrong, like they encounter some people and Kylo kills them or something, and then that's not the Jedi way, and it's like we'll make a new way or something that starts to scare Luke a little bit. So But even then, he's not gonna kill his nephew while he's
Yeah, because yeah. Look at me.
Here we are. We're not talking about Finn again. Yeah.
But no, Finn. Is it still going? Yeah. How badass would it have been if? Well, you know what? As you were talking, I just thought of something funny. What if it would have been funny if they were twins, Rey and fucking Finn? Because you don't know Finn's heritage. What if Leia got pregnant with both Han and Lando's baby? I saw that on the Maury Povich show. I seen that before. Twins with two separate daddies. That would have been funny. That it was like some weird thing like that.
Then the Millennium Falcon would definitely be her ship by birthright.
Yeah,
because both her dads own the ship. Both her dad is. That's actually funny.
But I mean,
then they can keep the Star Wars tradition of like the brother and sister kissing each other too.
Did they?
No, I was saying if Rey and Finn actually like. If they followed through with that romance, because they set that up in Force Awakens, they were gonna have a romance.
Yeah, they should have.
They were having like the little meet cute in Force Awakens with I don't believe it. Your shooting was amazing and all that stuff.
Can you imagine a Skywalker now, but a Palpatine and a Finn like fucking like having kids and stuff, and Luke telling her like as a ghost, even Leia like, you know what, I tried doing it the Jedi way. Maybe it's time for a change. Do it your way, and do it like they did in Legends in the books that I read. What Kylo ran or what?
Bro, it is. It's actually that would have been a perfect ending because then it would like both of Palpatine's creations turned on him.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the stormtroopers essentially were his creation as well.
Yeah.
And so, and that's like that would be the perfect end for him because. In the original, that was his downfall, was his overconfidence. Even Luke tells him, like, you're so confident in your plan, you could end me, but you're sitting there, watch your friends die.
You have to torture and stuff. It's like, you're just not straightforward
you want to revel in the moment and stuff, and that's kind of what would be perfect about Finn and Rey being together, is like, that's why if we're going to have Rey be a Palpatine, that could work, like you said. A Palpatine and a Stormtrooper, or even if he doesn't have to be Lando's kid. He could. No,
I don't want him to be Lando. Right? Because I was just thinking that.
No, just a random Stormtrooper that was conscripted. That's Force sensitive.
Yeah.
And like you said, the Force was like. The Force intervened and made him more strong. In the Force
because Kylo
to balance
Kylo was like with the Emperor and it's like no, it ends now, everything new, and the Emperor's like yes.
I like the idea of like the Force like 50% is like the dark side with Kylo, and then you give 25% to Rey and the other 25% to Finn. So together, their 25 each matches like Kylo.
Okay.
So it's them two.
No. Okay, okay, we're on the right track. Because it would be, what if Kylo strikes down the Emperor? And the Emperor goes like, it's like, she won't strike me down. If you strike me down, you... So Kylo strikes down the Emperor.
He did kill Snoke.
So, well, no, but the Emperor then, as he gets struck down, goes into Kylo.
That's
so
what he wants,
we have like the Emperor now. All the Sith are in Kylo, that. And that's why he's 50%. And then we have Rey and Finn fighting, but the thing is they can't defeat him. And then we have those ghosts that we saw in that YouTube video with Anakin popping up, fucking Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, all these ghosts helping them, backing them up. Like, you know, Kylo has all this fort, like he's on Exegol and it's like a Sith like fucking residence, like it's and he has lightning bolts hitting all the fucking spaceships, and then Rey and Finn are sitting there fighting them, but then all the Jedi come. And that's when they say like, we're all the Jedi and shit. And it's not because they are the Jedi, it's because they backed up with it. Just there's so much shit that they could have done, dude.
Cool scene with like Kylo where like Palpatine's like taking over and he's like, when you murdered your father for me, that was the last step I needed to assume full control. It's like because then that would reinforce the idea that the dark side is bad, because George Lucas made it clear that it's evil. There's no acolyte shit
the
here.
The balance is Jedi. Jedi find the balance.
Yeah.
They were just misguided because they joined the politics. They weren't supposed to. Qui-Gon, even before Qui-Gon, poor Count Dooku knew that the
Lord Tyrannus.
Yeah, not him. Not him. Names. Yeah, Count Dooku knew that he wasn't destined, like the Force was supposed to be separate than any politics and stuff. That they were going down a warrior's path when it should have been more in tune with the Force. Mm-hmm. And Qui-Gon kind of got that from him. So Qui-Gon meditated, and that's why the Force told him, like, no, this is the chosen one. Go follow him. And
I liked how loosely Qui-Gon followed the rules. He was kind of a rebel Jedi.
No, he was, and he is what the Jedi should be. Like, it's like the Senate will, the council. If the council hears of this, what the council doesn't know won't hurt them. It's like, I was like,
with or without you, I'm training them.
Yeah, it's like, I'll do it myself then. What? You can't do that. Why not? It's my lightsaber. Yeah. You take it away, I'll build a new one.
Oh, yeah. It would have been so nice having like Luke get train Rey, and then have Leia train Finn, or you know what I mean, one or the other, or Finn or Leia training Rey and Luke training Finn. That's better. I think that would be kind of cool.
I think Leia training them both would have been cool. I wouldn't separate it like that.
Both of them.
I want them like both dyads of the Force, like they were
2-on-2.
Yeah,
training
they found each other. The Force brought them together, and the Force is going to train them together. And then, you know what? No, because that could make sense. But I think Finn should have went with Leia. Oh no, you're right. Leia would have went with her, and
you get like training, stand your ground, and then like Leia's like trying to Force push them, and then you got like Finn and Rey like trying to harness their power of will and resolve to like not be Force pushed, because that would be a cool aspect of training that Star Wars doesn't really show. Is because I know people have talked about Star Wars like, what's the power level? How can like sometimes you can Force push a Jedi, sometimes you can't. So it'd be kind of cool to see like the mental training of like not allowing yourself to get thrown around by another Force user.
That would be.
They kind of did that in the Acolyte a little bit with the girls pushing, but I mean in a good way.
We're still talking about that like it's canon?
No, it's not.
Is it canon? Or?
I hope not. But yeah, that was like more pandering than Finn. Finn was like, I never felt like he was pandering. I never felt like Mace Windu was pandering. I never felt like Lando was pandering. I liked Finn as a character. He's probably I liked Rey as a character too. I know that might give me some hate, but I mean, she's not perfect at all. She is kind of a Mary Sue in a lot of ways, but what can you do? But yeah, Finn, Disney fucked up. John Boyega should really be mad at Disney and what they did, but I guess he wants that money. He has his eye on the bag, so he's gonna. Disney was always nice to me. Can I get my check now, please? Like, Disney never was bad. It was the fans all along. Are you happy now? Oh, you're not supposed to say that on the. Oh, okay.
I can't believe he's blaming the fans.
Yeah, why do that?
It's like, we had your back, dude.
Yeah.
We watched the movie. We paid to see it. I paid 3 times to see it. I went by myself one time. Like, Liz was working. Right, Liz, in case introduction, I'm going to be mentioning Liz a lot. She's my partner in life, my girlfriend, 15 years. So she's seen all this stuff with me and knows but she was busy, and I just went, I didn't even tell her. I don't think she even knows about that one because I wanted to see it so bad. She's like, oh, we could see it Monday. That was like 3 days after it came out. So I just went Saturday. I think I texted you even. I bought an extra ticket just in case, but you weren't able to. But I went by myself. I said, fuck it. So I went and I watched Rise of Skywalker by myself just because I wanted to see how it ends. And I wasn't too excited how it ends, especially with Finn's ending, but I enjoyed it a lot more than Last Jedi because it did have a little heart in it. It had what they did with Leia was sweet. What they did with Chewbacca was sweet because they had Leia. Leia wanted you to have this, and he finally got that fucking medal that he was denied because he's just a typical. He's a Wookiee. Ugh. Wookiee can't get trophies. They're our servants. Like,
it's so jacked up.
Even the fucking rebellion didn't recognize them.
Their species was almost put to extinction by the Empire.
But I thought that was cool that Leia, like J.J. Abrams did that. It's like, here, Leia wanted you to have it, and because J.J. didn't have Chewie hugging Leia, but when he found out that Leia was gone, that scream, that it was so sad to see Chewie cry, like sitting there screaming, wailing because the last of his trio was gone. Yeah. It was the last of an era for him. And it's sad because it's not even the original guy that was in that when that was screaming. It was a younger guy, but it's just like, fuck, Chewie. Chewie's the last of that fucking original trilogy now that's in that.
Han Solo, the betrayal of Han Solo is kind of my least favorite part of Force Awakens. Yeah, they had a little fun with him doing, trick shots. He's shooting people behind his back. He's shooting Chewie's bowcaster. Oh, I always wondered how this thing fired. There's a couple little fun.
Oh, this is nice.
There's some fun little charming moments, but overall, me and you have both said Harrison Ford and all his characters being grumpy old miserable
coots, yeah,
terrible fathers, and all their successes in life that's gone now. They're washed away. All is left is misery and depression, and that's not how I want to see Han Solo. He was never my favorite Star Wars character, but I like him enough where I don't want to see him.
We'll talk about this in the future because I think we're
starting to trail off.
We're gonna do this show about Star Wars first, starting out, because I think it's just that time for us. I mean, it's May the 4th coming up. Revenge of the Sith coming out in theaters again, so we might do the Star Wars movies. But Last Jedi ended so happy. You get that last scene when everyone's partying together with the Ewoks and shit.
Last Jedi.
Or I'm sorry, Return of the Jedi.
You said Last Jedi ended
Return
so happy.
of the Jedi ended so happy.
What?
Return of the Jedi. I apologize.
The 10 people left in the universe to face the
I will bash my head on a tree when I get home. But yeah, so Return of the Jedi ended so happy.
Yeah.
Because the Ewoks are celebrating. Anakin came back to the light side. Luke won. Luke and Leia are now brother. Luke and Leia were family without being brother and sister, but now they are literally family as brother and sister. So it's kind of cool. This full circle thing comes. Han and her are happy. And life goes on. Legends. It ends very sad for them, but as you read on throughout the years, it's fun to read them living their life as a married couple, but then to find out that they separate after having a kid. Luke takes their kid and becomes the father of the kid to raise him as a Jedi, and he does the original Jedi ways. It's just, and then Han and Chewie become pirates again. It's just like sad and depressing. He was a general in the rebellion, and then we end it with him getting shot stabbed by his own son. Force Awakens was sad to me. That's what killed it for me. Like, I know you like it. It's a fun movie and shit.
But
a fun movie.
I'm with you though. The Han Solo of it all really does bog the movie down.
But hands off to them making Chewie fucking like, no! Like, and he shoots that kid. Like, he probably babysat that kid when he was a kid. Changed his diapers. Did all this stuff with the kid. But he said, you just killed my homie. Like,
that bowcaster shot, that could have been lethal. He could have killed him with that.
Oh my god. Yeah, he was like, it's done now. You kill your father. You're like Chewie disowned.
It would have been cool to see Chewie pull his arms off. And then Kylo gets like robotic arms.
Yeah.
He becomes more like Vader.
Yeah. Like Chewie jumps down like and does the Tarzan scream like in Revenge of the Sith.
Pulls his arms off, dude. Yeah, and then he has to get like mechanical limbs.
Like Kylo swings a lightsaber at him and like Chewie just dodges it. Throws the lightsaber to the side and rips off his arms and then throws like him off.
Yeah, and then like while he's like dying, he's like hallucinating. And Han Solo's like, "You wanted to be like your grandfather. You got your wish. It's a little bit more painful than you were expecting, I'm sure. Your legs are gonna be next.
Kill your mother, hit your legs."
Oh man, or he like has a fight where like Chewbacca in a rage gets like his rematch. Kylo throws him on the ground and breaks his legs, then pulls his arms off. So he's like, he's But then the dark side, like more Darth Maul or Vader, like that would be a lot. J.J. Abrams probably would do that because he was doing a lot of the same beats. No, I'm saying like J.J. Abrams, Kylo Ren wanting to be like Vader. He might have done something along those lines.
He spikes
getting
his hair
mutilated in some way.
Yeah. He gets chopped in half and shit, and then robotic like
instead of hating
shit.
sand, he hates like water or something. Like it's water, it's wet.
But
water's wet and it gets everywhere.
We diverge from the fin, and this is what you're gonna have on fucking Head Canon. Because what are we talking about? Our Head Canon. Because every fucking chat we do, whether it's being recorded or not, we fucking tangent. We make a multiverse of different universes on these subjects. So if you followed along with us, thanks. But yeah.
Everybody has their own headcanon, usually about something, or they want to believe, or like we even talked about Indiana Jones, where headcanon it ends after the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
In your headcanon, where does it end? Or
like for us, Last Jedi, I don't know. I don't know where to put that in my headcanon. Like in the trash, but jinx almost.
Headcanon into space, shoot it like a literal cannon.
But yeah, so I could see where John Boyega is coming from. I feel bad for him. Like, I don't feel bad. What else? What other movies has he been in?
Pacific Rim 2.
And the King movie. What was that recent one?
Oh, Woman King or something?
Yeah, he was in that.
Davis?
I don't know. But it sucks because he's not coming back. I don't know what's going on with the Daisy Ridley movie. I don't want to talk negative on any of that stuff because, we're here to talk up what we love so much, but...
Yeah.
So you want to mention it sounds like we're going to do the original Star Wars trilogy first. You want to go in George's order, or you want to go in timeline order?
We should probably go in George's order.
Yeah, because we're a generation where when we were children, we loved Star Wars because my father played it for me. And I remember, so yeah, we'll just talk about the original trilogy. We won't even mention prequels or anything. We'll just go. So yeah, so stay tuned. I hope this little chat about poor Finn, poor John Boyega, and his...
Ray! That's his best line. Here, hey, John Boyega,
Okay, before...
we have a list of your best quotes from Star Wars. Ray! That's one. And here's another one. Ray!
So what about the him and Rose, Tico?
Oh.
Did you expect that?
It was terrible.
That wasn't that random as shit?
Yeah, and then he was going to have an epic sacrifice where he saves everybody, and then she just comes out of nowhere and hits
a woman.
And then it's very nice of all the AT-ATs to just sit there and wait while they have their little moment.
Okay, so if Rey and her were in it, then it would have been Daisy Ridley complaining how they don't... Like, if Finn would have been the main character and done all this stuff, then it would have been Rey. It's like, where's the women? Where's the women representation? So it would have been... Either way,
yeah,
we're screwed.
Win. Someone's going to complain.
Eh.
You're always going to make someone mad.
Okay, who... Yeah, that's why it's like Leia was the hero in fucking the original one, because she fucking, like, told him, like, yeah, we gotta go.
And she gets the Ewoks.
Yeah, it's like... Leia is... Like... George Lucas, I heard a rumor that she was going to be the chosen one at the sequel trilogy, and Darth Maul was going to be the villain still.
And Luke's worry for her is what gave him the strength to defeat Vader.
Yeah, it's
in
like...
the duel.
Yeah.
If he didn't worry about her presence,
yeah.
Like, if she didn't exist or was
it's like,
dead.
and your sister.
Yeah, he's like, never!
Maybe I could pull her.
She will be a fine addition to the
your
dark
mind.
side.
Oh, son. To think of her in that way.
I've already used the Imperial program.
You don't want to know where. Anyways, well, this was Head Canon, our first episode, intro episode. So, like, share, subscribe. Please share. Please share. Let's get some subs. This is our very first one.
Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Finn? Do you like Finn as a character?
Do you like John Boyega?
Do you still like John Boyega after what he said?
And tell us what you think should have happened with Finn.
Yeah, what's your head canon?
Opinion, yes. What's your head canon? Leave a comment down below.
And Finn.